Now, it's super important if you want your astrology chart done to have an accurate birth time, and I can't stress that enough. Finding your accurate birth time can sometimes be quite hard. People either haven't recorded it, some people might be born at home and parents passed away, and that sort of situation, it's a little bit unfortunate that you can't really do it. There is a technique in astrology called rectification, and rectification basically takes life events and tries to sort of work out backwards what your birth time might be based on estimates around your astrology chart and things that have happened to you and when. Accuracy of that is a bit iffy. It can work reasonably well, but it's not necessarily the best way. The best way, if you don't know your birth time, but you know your hospital you're born in, ring them up. Just get on the phone, give them a call and say, I'm looking for my birth time. This is my name. They might, some hospitals may charge you a fee to do a search of the records, maybe, but it's worth doing. And, if you're lucky, like some people I know, they'll call up and they've just said, oh, what's your email address? And, we're talking about within an hour or so, all of a sudden in the email comes your birth time. So it depends on the hospital itself. If you're lucky enough to be born somewhere like India, then chances are you got your astrology chart with your birth certificate, because they're kept together. They're often used, especially traditionally, in arranging marriages and other sorts of things. So your birth chart's very important in order to do that. I can't stress it enough. Those who are a little bit scientific and want to know why that's the case, if you think about it, you've got the Earth. We're turning. So every 24 hours, we come back to the same spot, or thereabouts, if you want to be specific. But every 24 hours, you come back to the same spot. Within that 24 hours, your birth time determines where the planets sit in accordance to your time of birth, because it's moving. And your rising sign, which is a very important point in your chart, rising sign / ascendant, they're the same thing, if those who want to know, represents your personality, or what you project out there to the earth. And it's often the sun, the moon, and the ascendant are the three main things that make up your so you could say your soul, your personality, and your emotional responses to things. Also, it's a bit like your character. The rest of the planets fill in the picture and form aspects for that. But it's very important to have the right time. And if you want to look at it this way, if there's 12 signs of the zodiac and there's 24 hours in the day, then every 2 hours, because there's 12 signs, 12 into 24, every 2 hours, the sign on the eastern horizon is changing. Now, in a circle, there is 360 degrees. That's just pure mathematics. So if there's 12 signs, that means there's 30 degrees per sign. And if it takes 2 hours to move or change signs on the eastern horizon, then it's basically 30 into 2 hours, which is primarily every 4 minutes, the zodiac moves 1 degree, depending on where you are on the earth exactly, but pretty much it's fairly close. So if you look at it that way and you don't know your accurate birth time and you get it 5 minutes out, then that could be moving more than 1 degree of the zodiac. And for the slower moving planets like Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto, they could spend anywhere from a week to 2 months on a particular degree or within that. So knowing and timing of events becomes very hard for the astrologer and for you. So anyway, off to the hospital, literally on a phone call, hopefully not for any other reason, and find out your birth times.